Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. Unexpected stream. I figured I'd take full advantage of the nepotism that I now have access to, and that one of my closest friends is a dev for the game, and we were hanging out IRL this week. So, hey, it's Nick.
Hello.
If you know him, I don't know.
Yes.
When's the last time you were on a stream, like a gameplay stream for the podcast? Like, you kind of did all your stuff offline for the most part.
Oh, for
right?
the pod that I did a gameplay stream for the podcast? Oh,
Mm-hmm.
so that was a while ago. Yeah. I want to say it wasn't Quartermaster Mandy or I Deck Myself.
Was it? Yeah, it might have been Iron Man.
That might have been it, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Of course, the last one we did was IRL, so...
Yes, so yeah, it would have been the one before that, the Dream Eaters one.
Mm-hmm.
Fitting, considering what we're doing today.
Very, very fitting. So Nick and I just got through, well, we're at the tail end of our classic Game Cruise quarterly game night. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And what a ride it was.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. A little energy's gonna be a little low, but
yes.
I'll still bring it if I can.
Hey, what's up, Hylian? All right, so I figured I'd bring you in. I thought for a brief second, like, hey, let's talk about Susie. But I kind of want to actually get a few reps in with Susie before I pretend to talk about her, and I just finally got my printed copy. So.
Sure. I mean, if you have questions or anything about Susie, I'd be happy to answer them. I was directly involved in Susie's design up to a point, and then, spoiler alert, I had a lot on my plate, so Max offered to take over bringing the design home. Mm-hmm. So it was a nice little joint collaboration between Max and I. So it was a lot of fun.
Nice. Yeah, well, I mean, as well, you know, I love it when we get weird.
Yes, totally.
So the you know, there are a few people out there who maybe that level of oddity isn't their cup of tea, but I am here for it.
Yeah, I did see some messages to that effect, and that's fine. Like I totally get it. But from my stance as a designer, print and play product is the perfect opportunity to get weird with stuff, to get that level of weird. I would never, as long as I'm on the line, an investigator like Susie would not appear in a paid box, you know, like a monster investigator like that. At least, I don't want to say never, I guess. But anyway,
I mean,
print and play was the perfect opportunity for it.
The precedent is set in like regular release to have the ghost investigator. So you know, you remember Ghost Investigator Stand Together?
Yeah,
Am I remembering correctly that the story behind that is MJ liked the art but didn't fully clock that it was a ghost?
I don't remember, or it was either that, or it was the art brief was written in a way that was a little more ambiguous, and the artist painted it as a ghost. I don't remember. I don't know exactly what the story is behind it, but yeah, it seemed like it was an unexpected choice that created an interesting moment on a player card. So,
but the art existed, so you know it's not out there.
Right.
Luchador in a tuxedo guardian way.
Kahuna, you are speaking my language. I remember talking to Max before I became a designer and saying like, "Hey, when are we getting a luchador? When are we getting like a wrestler?" And Max just, of course, laughed, and I was like, "I'm not joking. Like, when are we getting a luchador?" So I'd be all for it. Luchador in a tuxedo is strong energy, and I'm here for it.
I mean, for now, I'm just gonna have to settle for Nacho with those like masks that we're getting in Hemlock Vale.
That'd be fun. Yeah, Nacho in a wolf mask.
That's right. Ooh, yeah. Okay, I'm into that. Mm-hmm. That'll be fun. All right. Well, as you may have surmised, we're continuing our strong bad investigator.
I mean, that's Nacho.
All right. So, like, quick aside, we were just
oh my God.
just last night on a giant riff about strong bad. The week before, I was playing games with a group of younger people, but not like that much younger, like 5-6 years younger than me.
Oh, okay.
Right? Like that. Kip and I are 6 years apart.
Sure.
And I guess his girlfriend is significantly
younger than that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well. Anyway, we were playing a trivia game, and I got I got Homestar Runner as the thing I was trying to get my team to guess, and I just.
None of them they hadn't heard of it before, right?
I'm sitting there going fluffy puff mouth mellows and just blank faces. And
Jeez.
it hurt my soul a little bit because Homestar Runner and Strong Bad were a very, very specific era of internet entertainment, and you can go find all this stuff on YouTube, but it's not quite the same as clicking through the Flash site.
The original Flash site. Yeah. That was my like 8th grade, 7th, 8th grade. What?
Lockwood, my kids have heard of Trogdor. That is exactly.
Oh yeah, everyone knows Trogdor.
Everyone knows Trogdor, and
no one
I
knows
like
what it's from.
Like an old man, I had to be like, "Well, did you know where Trogdor is from?" It was a very old man moment for me.
Yeah.
I was humbled. Anyway, okay, so we're continuing our solo 8-part interconnected Dream Eaters campaign, and we're picking up. Did I tell you about this deck?
I
mean, I showed it.
Not in detail.
I showed it to you
I saw
a little
the cards
bit.
a little earlier, but I don't know what you're going for.
Yeah. So it's the hey, Waleed, what's up?
Lead.
So the idea, I mean, as you well know, I was a little lukewarm on the Mystic hand assets that were kind of in the Amina kit.
Sure.
So I have been on a quest to figure out how do I like actually reach a place of feeling like they were a good include as opposed to me like trying to make a card work.
Yeah.
And the exhaust ability is kind of what does it for me, right? Because the exhaust is how you get the extra damage, and like you kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of the mind that I really want extra damage on a weapon because I like killing things with weapons.
Yeah, it's fun.
So, you know, the one investigator who can ready an asset and who can also take at least the level 0 versions of those was Ashcan.
Yeah.
And this was before Parallel Ashcan came out that I made this deck, which is why I don't have the replacements in there too.
Sure.
But the idea is that, you know, you're going to do your normal Duke stuff with Ashcan in the early game, but you get set up with the Doom hand assets. I don't know, whatever, the Charm hand assets, whatever we call them.
Well, and he's got goodwill. I mean, Mystic is a common off-class for Ashcan to take, so I'm not surprised that you went that route. I mean, I built a standalone Ashcan deck for this weekend, and it was Battle Mage Ashcan, and he was running Mystic spells. That's not uncommon.
It's a really fun build, especially because it like Duke really helps you bridge the gap that a lot of Mystic players have in the early game to like actually do things. You know, which we love. He's the goodest boy.
Yeah, I never even really thought about that, but Duke's presence as a start of game card allows you to build really weird Ashcan decks that otherwise maybe wouldn't work with other investigators who lack the ability to get up to speed early.
Yeah, you can just like hit the ground on all fours.
Yeah.
And
which he's doing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the point.
I don't regret my phrasing. I had to think about it, but I don't regret it. So anyway, we are playing 1,000 Shapes of Horror, which I don't know if anyone else does this, but every time I like try to go look up the rules insert or look at like what the cards are, I always search 1,000 Shapes of Horror. But it's 1,000.
It's 1,000. We don't know if it's one or not, but it's 1,000.
A single thousand that may or may not be one. So anyway, let's... context you guys don't need. My child broke her phone yesterday, and she's at work, and my wife was like, well, she needs a phone. She can take yours, right? I'm like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, that's fine. I'm not doing anything this afternoon. Well, that's where my campaign log is.
Oh.
So I might have to issue a retraction in the next stream if I accidentally like do any of this wrong, but we're only one scenario in, so I think we're okay.
I would say I don't think there's a whole lot outside of the interlude stuff.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll see.
I mean, to that end, we've got the Black Cat. Black Cat 1 doesn't do anything. Black Cat 2 gives you your choice. I'm not gonna hit it, but I'm gonna shoot for the moon in this campaign and see if I can get the like dual good ending. So I believe the way you do that is you have to share knowledge of the Dreamlands, and like the Black Cat doesn't like help either side.
Correct. Yeah. That's my memory of it. I remember prepping this one for Iron Man, and I believe that is the route.
Yeah. You were the subject matter expert on this one. So then Black Cat 3 gets us to shared knowledge of the Dreamland. So the Black Cat has a hunch on both sides of the campaign, which is what you want. Okay, so then we get to 1,000 Shapes of Horror, the single one. The intro, I don't think there's really any gameplay implications. It's all just whether the cat is included in the dialogue. Okay, so setup. Let's go. I think I have it all here, but We got our things. We got the locations into play. God, 4 bullet points for setup.
I love it. That's beautiful. That is
4
something of beauty.
4 freaking bullet points of setup. That is,
and an uncomplicated set of locations.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
Love that. All right, well, let's go.
I just want to say I do love Thousand Shapes of Horror.
Yeah, it's a cool.
It's like it was one that I was kind of middling on originally, but then the more that we do these wild out there scenarios, Thousand Shapes feels like, you know what? This is Arkham. It feels like getting back to Arkham at its core, you know, creepy house, stuff going on, a monster that you can't directly fight or do anything with, but everything else is kind of vanilla. Not vanilla, but it's, you know, it's interesting enough. I really do like this scenario.
Yeah, well, and it uses a lot of core set encounter sets too. Yep. So like in addition to what it's doing in particular, it's giving you like that baseline vanilla Arkham flavor, and I say vanilla in not a negative context. Of course. It's just vanilla.
Vanilla is one of my favorite flavors.
Vanilla's great. There's a reason it's a staple.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I actually really like this opening hand.
That's pretty solid.
Yeah, so I've got my Grizzled, which I've got Spider, Terror, and Monster as my traits now.
Okay.
I've got Hyperphysical Shotcaster, which just has the damage upgrade right now.
Okay. So you're worried about enemies, it sounds like, because 2 of your traits are enemies, and then your Shotcaster's damage.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I'm going to get to like 5 or 6 willpower most games.
Sure.
And 4 or 5 agility. Mm-hmm. So treacheries don't generally scare me as much. So yeah, it's way more about like making sure Duke can hit something big when he needs to.
Gotcha.
And the other thing is, I believe my next 4 XP are going to go to the Grizzled upgrade that pulls it back to my hand.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Because that's going to be great, not only for committing, but like great Ashcan readying, discarding fodder.
100%.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, I think I'm going to keep this because I got my attack, I got my investigate, I got the cash to do it, and then like this seems like a really great opening hand.
That is pretty solid. If it were me, I would ditch the look what I found, but that's just because unless it's an event focused investigator, I don't keep events in my opening hand. But no judgment to you.
Right, let's see what happens.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, well, that actually simplifies things. That is a cheeky ass one of, but I'm super happy to see it early because now I don't have to actually play my big assets yet. Yeah, I love sleight of hand.
Great card.
All right.
Are you running? Point of note: are you running Taboo?
I don't know if I'm. No, I mean this works either way because they're all single hand assets at level 0.
But I just saw sleight of hand, so I figured I'd.
Let me remind myself whether there's anything in this deck that.
Yes, I saw a question in chat. This is the normal Ashcan Pete deck.
Yes, yeah. So this was made prior to Parallel dropping. I don't know. Is there anything in here that has Taboo implications?
Sleight of hand.
Right, yeah.
I don't know what else you have.
I am playing that Taboo compliant because everything here is single hand level 0.
You're playing it Taboo compliant because the deck happens to coincide with it being Taboo. It doesn't require it to not be Taboo compliant.
It's true. Oh, and that also means that I have to like watch how much XP I pour into Hyperphysical Shotcaster because if that gets too high a level,
yes, yep, then it's out of the range of sleight. I always forget that sleight of hand has a new quote unquote taboo. Despite working on the FAQ and the taboo list, I always forget that sleight of hand is not one-handed weapon only. It's now level based.
You guys have a lot to cover in the FAQ and the taboo.
Yeah, there's a lot in there.
You know, there's a lot of resources devoted to nerfing Power Word.
No comment on that one. There was I'll put it this way.
We're doing all of our couple fighting about that off camera, not in front of people.
There was a lot. I'll just say this, because obviously, like, the taboo list is out, and I have had plenty of opportunity to look at it and give my input and make changes and suggest changes. There was a lot of discussion about Power Word.
I don't doubt that.
From even before I came on, there was discussion about what sort of taboo, if any, and what would it look like and all that. And so even up until...
Yeah, it's just Slate.
Okay. Even up until right before the taboo list got published, like as late as we could have that discussion, it was still being had. So
yeah,
I understand that it impacts a lot of decks and impacts a lot of situations, but
It's the kind of card where, like, if you're putting it in your deck, you're going all in.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Well, and I'm gonna say this, because obviously anyone who's listened to the podcast for a while knows that I have a very clear stance on Taboo, and that it's optional. If you don't like it, don't use it. That is still the case. However, I have warmed to Taboo more since becoming a designer, and I'm going to quote a friend of the Mythos Busters and friend of mine, Brandon from Optimal Play.
Okay.
And the reason why he loves the Taboo list is because it creates a consistent experience for organized play. And I'm like, you know what? That's a very good point, and that's how I'm going to approach it. In an organized play event, how do we want these cards to impact scenarios? At your table, do whatever you want. Mm-hmm. You know, that's my stance.
Yeah.
But for organized play events, that's what I'm basing my Taboo stance on. So
I'm of a very similar mind. Yeah. I've gotten to a point where I'm not good enough at Arkham anymore to feel like I personally need to
gotten use the there. I've been living there. That's me.
However, as someone who's a content producer, I do feel a need to be plugged into what the conversation is of the network, right? And the Taboo list is the official thing.
Yes.
So that, like, in a very similar way, where, like, in organized play, you want one set of expectations, rules, whatever. Like, I want to be able to participate in that conversation.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
So 1,000 Shapes of Horror.
1,000 Shapes of Horror. Let's go. So we are. We start at the Burial Ground?
I believe so.
I was so happy that there were only 4 bullet points of setup that I neglected to read them.
However, there's 4 bullet points of setup, but this, I've noticed one thing, I noticed in the intro of this scenario too. Look at me critiquing our own product.
Well, you were a player at this point.
Yes, but it doesn't say proceed to setup at the end of the intro.
That's true.
And it also doesn't say you're now ready to begin playing. So there should be a 5th bullet point in there that's not in there. Things you notice.
I know. All right. So we start at Burial Ground. There should only be 1 clue here because I neglected to change the thing. The high willpower is going to be nice for this one. That was kind of my thought. That's why that was the one thought I had on putting Ashcan on this side of the campaign. Was like, I remember there's a lot of willpower needed. Okay, so each ghoul enemy drawn spawns here instead of its normal spawn location. You spend 1 clue here to notice the missing bones. Graveyard trait. And then we got act and agenda. So flavor text, 5 doom. Objective, explore the house.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's see how we do.
I haven't used the super complete mod since I got hired. There's some changes that I like to it. I like the big stat. Stat bars on there. That's beautiful. Nice.
Okay, so you know.
We'll get to playing eventually. I'm sorry, I keep distracting.
But you know how I love games that template such that stat bonuses line up with the stat.
Oh yeah, that's the Lord of the Rings TCG thing.
That's like one of the first ones I remember. Like I wish there was a way for at least things that give a stat boost that you could like slide it behind the card and it gives you a +1 above the will icon, that sort of thing. That would take up way too much real estate on cards.
It would require reformatting all.
But there's a part of me that kind of wishes that was the thing. Because, like, when you get to end game with Diana and your 6 willpower, or your 7 willpower, 4/4/4 with your Crystalline Elder Sign, it'd be really cool to just, like, see those stats. And
see your hard work.
This gets us there.
Not have to math out your hard work.
Exactly. All right, anyway. So, this 4 Shroud as a start, kind of insulting, to be honest. I'm a little mad about it. I think we'll come back here.
Well, it's not the first one. It's not going to be the last one either. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to come back here. So first action, we're going to duke into the next location.
Nice.
Which is the front porch. Whee! Okay, so front porch, we spend clues to reveal a clue to reveal the upstairs hallway. My multiplayer brain has to not... Because I'm always, like, whenever I see a per investigator thing, my brain immediately goes to converting.
Sure.
And I don't need to. It's just 1 clue.
So you've been playing more... Here I go distracting again. You've been playing more true solo.
I'm 2 up.
You're 2 up, okay.
Oh, crap. What are you?
Yeah, get a copy of that down there.
What are you?
Reveal another token.
Reveal another. Hey! All right, cool.
Nice.
That's a success.
You've been playing more True Solo. I know
have.
that you lived for the longest time in two-handing.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say is your ratio of True Solo games versus two-handing games these days?
In recent days, I'm probably 50-50.
Oh, wow. Nice.
As far as like my actual time spent playing, because we have been streaming more. I got COVID earlier in October, and that like knocked me out for almost the whole month.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm playing, this campaign. I've got this deck I'm running through TCU because I kind of wanted to put it through its paces so I know what to upgrade for this campaign. And then I've got an Edge of the Earth campaign.
Nice.
And then you and I still have to finish our Scarlet Keys campaign.
Yes, that's true.
So I think that means 50-50. But yeah, no, the pendulum has swung.
Well, I didn't mean you're including your, because of course in your multiplayer games you're playing. I meant when you're playing by yourself, how often do you do True Solo versus how often do you do two-handed?
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, versus two-handed. Got it. Right now, I'm pure True Solo. If I'm playing by myself, I have no. I'm trying to get better.
It's not. I mean, okay, your skill will only get you so far in True Solo.
No, that's
as someone who's played it since the start of the game.
I mean, it's Arkham Horror. Your skill will only get you so far in the game in general. So like, throw another layer of that on top because of True Solo.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna use this sleight for enemy purposes if it hops out.
Idea. That's what I would say.
So I'm gonna play down my dowsing rod.
What's that fourth action icon out there for? Is that to track something?
I think it's just like if you have an ability or something. But yeah,
oh, so that's naturally there in the save state.
Yeah.
You didn't put it. Okay.
No, they put it there.
Okay.
So then we have 5 Doom. Yeah, I think I can afford to do this. We'll see how we do here. We'll use the ability place a Doom to move to a connecting location. We're going to use willpower to investigate. Oh, that's right. These are randomized. Yep. Let's go here. Parlor. For each investigator at the parlor gets +1 shroud. Yeah. All right, so I'm rocking only 1 up right now. And I really don't want to commit anything here, so let's just see how we do. What are you? -1.
There you go.
-3 if you're at graveyard. So cool. That's the second clue. And this, okay, it's actually working, and I don't want to jinx it, but like this is why I love Ashcan Solo. Like he just goes first turn, boop, boop, boop.
Yep. Ashcan. I remember when he came out back in Dunwich. I remember looking at him and going, "Great. Why would I play any other investigator True Solo? Like this, he's so good." I mean, obviously, at this point, and it didn't take long after Dunwich for the card pool to grow enough to where his strength didn't give him as big of a lead over other investigators. But yeah, it was. Oh, look at that, Phileon. Pro tip: pull good tokens.
Oh, and thanks for the sub, Phi. Tier 1, nice. 4 months. Oh, he's been subbing since before we like actually were streaming again. That's so nice.
That's a real fan. That's
for
Phileon.
real.
Yeah, good for you.
All right. So I think that gets us to Mythos. So we're 2 of 5 Doom. Like, I don't know. They're probably random gifts. Yeah, but who gave them? We weren't streaming. Either way, it's impressive.
Yeah.
All right. Hunting Ghast. So no spawn. And this just applies to ghouls, right? Yeah, okay. Because ghasts and ghouls, they fight, right? Like they.
No, it's the ghouls and the gug, I think.
Oh no, it's ghasts and gugs. Look, it's right.
Ghasts
it's right
and
on
gugs. Okay, all right. But ghasts are ghouls.
Are they?
They have the ghoul trait, but only the ghast itself does. Oh, it's a ghast trait. Interesting. I didn't. Okay, I mean, I'm conflating D&D knowledge and knowledge. I don't know. Let's...
Yeah. Oops. You're not the only person I know who does that pretty regularly. So. Okay. Well, I think we. I mean, he's a Chud, so I think we just stick Duke on him, right?
Sure.
We will commit. Oh wait, I don't have the upgrade yet. Yeah, no, it's fine. We're 2 up, and I can take another swing by readying Duke. So I think we'll let it be.
Doesn't Duke do +1 damage?
Yeah. If I miss, I mean, I can take another swing.
I see.
So -2 if you fail. So I don't fail. That's 2 up. So That's a dead gas.
Nice.
We will move back here. Yeah, because I can't activate this ability yet.
Yeah. Wait, don't you have 2 clues? You have 2 clues.
Oh, but the Unnamable needs damage.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of the 2 ways you get the key, if I'm remembering correctly.
There are 2 different ways, yep.
Yeah, like the other one's like up in the attic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then I will discard Improvised Shield to ready Duke.
Seems good.
And I'll Duke into the next location, which is the den. Ugh. Okay, after you successfully investigate the den, discard a card from your hand, discover an additional clue here for Shroud. That's not as good as it could be. I'm just even on this one. I don't know, maybe I'll get lucky.
Yeah, I don't know if it's worth committing any of that stuff.
Yeah, I'm not chucking any of that. So here we go.
Wow, look at that. Great. I'm having the opposite effect today.
We were playing Arkham this weekend, and I'm probably going to jinx it now, but I'm on a roll of, like, not having terrible luck.
The Elder Sign showed up, we were playing Depths of Yath, and yeah, the Elder Sign showed up a lot in that scenario.
Now, however, I succeeded at this test. I am going to chuck emergency cash to get that second clue, so I don't have to deal with the Force Shroud again.
Yeah, that's smart. I would do that too.
I think that's...
Especially since you're sitting on Slight, you have time to build up your resources.
And I'm almost there. Oh, this might be a problem. Oh no, what have I done?
Slight is great though. Like that was a good include running the Doom suite of Mystic assets because he does. Otherwise, once you get him out, they're out. Like he doesn't have the tricks.
Exactly.
Do.
Like the other deck that I kind of liked that uses them is Dexter.
Well, sure. That makes total sense.
For very similar reasons. Yeah. But at the end of the day, like. Dexter's got better stuff. I don't know.
That's also true. But you're right though. He is probably one of the best candidates that isn't a Mina for this suite of cards.
All right, upkeep.
Nice.
We are. That's other Doom in play. So this totals up anything else in like the play areas.
That's slick.
So we're 3 of 5.
That's slick. I like that.
Yeah, they're spoiled for resources in this community. Secrets in the attic. Scheme traded. Oh, I have Terror on Grizzled, so no help here. Test Willpower 3. If you fail, take a horror and put it next to the agenda deck. Squiggly Boy abilities cannot be triggered. At the end of the round, discard a copy. I feel like this is fine. I'm one up.
Probably okay. Lose. I mean, you're 1 up. That's not bad.
I'm probably gonna lose, but all right. Oh
wow.
Okay, all right. Shh. You'll scare the good luck away if you acknowledge it too hard.
I mean, the people came here to see failing. I know what the internet is like. They want to see failing.
No one shows up to see me not pull tentacles. Okay. Wow. All right. Well, we are moving pretty quickly here. I have to say, I'm enjoying it. So action 1, we will spend 1 clue to open up the upstairs hallway. Action 2 to move in. I'll spend a clue to put the attic into play. Boop. And you're over here somewhere. Attic.
Nice. Boop. Wow, it draws the line for you and everything. Jesus. Pretty soon there's just going to be a button on the location that you click, and it spends the clue and puts the attic into play for you.
And then takes the test and commits the cards.
I'm going to click Start Game, and let's see how I do.
Computer run Arkham Simulation.
Yeah.
All right. I have 1 action left. I can't remember what the shrouds are like up here. I think they're middling, at least.
Sure. I honestly don't remember that level of detail.
And, I'm also in a place where I want to make sure I get this Doom off of my Dowsing Rod. What's the difference?
I don't know.
Is it the same thing?
I'm not sure.
Anyway, Dowsing Rod. I'd like to get into a place and get the last clue with it.
Yeah, so then it's how many clues... Do you remember how many clues are in the attic? I don't.
I don't know. I mean, I could have, prepared, but
sure.
I sure didn't. Anyway, we'll see what's up here.
Yeah. There you go.
3 shroud, that should be okay.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I don't think there's any reason that I shouldn't just find this cracked mirror. Yeah. So let's spend another clue. No, spend it. I'll just put a resource on the location to note that I used the ability. It's what I do in real life because my memory is shite. Okay. Yeah, then hopefully next turn I can dowsing rod that last one off. Upkeep. Ooh,
Hey,
yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. That's what we want to see. 4 of 5 doom. It's happening.
Oh, you'll be fine.
Ghoul
There you go.
minion, and he goes here.
Oh, that's right.
Now, this could go one of two ways. It's true solo, so I'm only going to draw so many encounter cards. So this could either get absolutely wrecked with ghouls by the time I get down here, or this might be the only guy, like, and anything in between.
That's true.
And that's why true solo scares me.
I mean, hopefully, if you end up drawing more ghouls, you get that Gug out, and then
Ideally.
they'll just kind of take care of each other.
Okay, I'm going to... Can I use Ashcan's ability if I don't have a thing to ready?
No, that would not be a change in the game state in the effect.
Frick.
So no.
So to get this Moonstone into play, which I really want to do to try to get that last clue, I think I got to take a shot with Duke first, and if I get the clue, I get the clue, and our pace is good, and I just eat the Doom, and have to admit that Doom play is risky.
I mean, you could also slide out your other dowsing rod.
Interesting.
Which would be, because then you'd have that's exhausted, and then you could drop the Moonstone, but you would still be taking a test without the Moonstone. That's pushing a lot of cardboard to do a small effect. I think you're better off just using Duke.
Yeah. We'll see. But this is like in classic Survivor mode. Like this is like committing take heart, because I want to fail this test, right?
Sure.
Like I want to fail this test so I can ready Duke and get the Doom off the dowsing rod. Y'all know I'm gonna pass this. So we are 1 up on investigating. Oh, hey, it worked.
There you go.
All right, cool. So then I'll use Ashcan's ability, discard Moonstone to ready Duke, and then I'll play Moonstone from my discard pile because it's Moonstone.
Such a good card.
I love Moonstone. And there are some really choice off-class mystics who just love it in Survivor, or Survivor class, like Agnes likes Moonstone too.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So then I'm going to investigate using Dowsing Rod. We'll use Willpower, so I'm 2 up this time, and I'll choose the second ability.
Okay.
Hey,
there you go.
Cool. So that's the clue. Last clue at the location gets rid of the Doom. That's a victory. I love that.
So I haven't watched your part 1 with this deck. Has it been performing this?
No. This is a complete 180 from the last game.
And were you having? How was the experience going through TCU?
TCU's been better.
Okay.
TCU's kind of been in the middle. I've played more scenarios in that campaign, so I've had kind of like an actual a little bit of a progression with it.
Sure.
It's going pretty well if you can get a decent opening hand. And if you don't, Duke can usually buy you some time.
Yeah.
The issue I had with the last game in this campaign was because it was Waking Nightmare. I don't know if you played Waking Nightmare solo, probably.
Oh, yeah. When it came out, I did.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yes.
There's a lot of ground to cover.
It's very easy to get... Once you fall behind on tempo in Waking Nightmare, it's hard to recover that.
Yes, exactly. And like the infestation like broke into the second web of things, and I couldn't get Randolph quickly enough to stem the tide, so it was just...
Okay.
It was Dunsky. Okay, so that second action, third action, we'll just move back to the upstairs hallway.
Sure.
And we upkeep. Ooh, there we go.
Nice.
There we go. That's how...
I love Active Desperation.
It's such a good card.
Really, really love it.
And it's perfect. It's Survivor, but like it's useful in so many other places. I always appreciate the like iridescent nature of the tentacles in this one. That's like it's a very rare touch.
It's unique, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then we are now 4 of 5 Doom again, and encounter card is Grasping Hands. This
4 to
is
3. That's not bad.
This is fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll hit that at 1 up. Ooh,
Wow.
well, Duke's not ready, but I passed the test.
Mm-hmm.
Shh, no one scare it away. I'm having really good luck with the chaos bag right now.
I noticed you have 2 damage. Did you take in the thick of it?
Yep.
Okay. Starting
Sure
at
did.
4 health. That's spicy.
I know. I figured like this deck is either gonna go fast or it's gonna die
Or
fast.
die trying. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I kind of had to because I wanted to take Hyperphysical Shotcaster.
And it's useless at level 0.
Literally does nothing at level 0, so
Yeah.
I had to have some XP to pour into it.
Have you thought, because I haven't quite grokked this yet, have you thought about running Refine? Does that seem...
Refine. Which...
That's the double action.
Oh, that's
check-a-box.
the customizable one. I mean, I've thought about it.
Yeah.
In
Is that your only customizable?
No, I also have Grizzled.
Oh, duh. Yeah. Staring at it the whole game.
Yeah, the customizable cards are a lot easier in these like pure class investigators where you like
Sure.
your options are more limited. Refine, I don't know that I would run it in true solo just because it's a double. Like if you're already in a place that you're that far ahead that you can afford to do that,
Probably don't need to.
maybe not need to, but I don't know. It's a cool card. I like that it exists.
Totally.
Okay. Well, let's see if we can. Oh, we're witching hour, so let's go ham.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not
That's a
Doom.
Doom. That's fine.
it's
It's red.
It's a Doom. Okay, so you just sub will, or you get +1 intellect.
Correct.
So we're just gonna go will, and we will move into the other upstairs doorway. As an additional cost to investigate the library, you must either lose 1 action or take 1 horror. Okay, Judge. Now this is a time-old rules question.
Look
because...
at the dowsing rod, please. So the cost is action, investigate. So you've technically paid the cost already, but this is an additional cost, and it is common for additional costs to show up after the colon. So I think you would still have to do it.
Like Duke in Orn Library, classic
Yep.
example. That's the first time I ever remember that coming up. So I have to pay the cost, which is fine. I think I'll take a horror. I'll take a horror.
Yeah,
Here.
you can afford it.
Yeah. Look how big those tokens are. They're like the Arkham Knights tokens.
I was like, man, I have to have like 4 sets of those big acrylic Arkham Knights tokens. Whatever happened to them? And then I broke out Arkham 3rd Edition a little while ago, and I have 4 sets of dice and 4 sets of giant acrylic. I'm like, oh, that's where they all went. They're all in there.
I remember the first time we got those. Because you got 4 and 4. You got 4 single damage and horror tokens. Yeah, in the swag bag for the first Arkham Knights we went to, and I just went like, there is no game where this is enough to actually use.
Yeah.
I'm never going to use this. And then we ended up going to so many Arkham Knights, and they showed up in so many of the
every
swag
time.
bags that like I ended up with like an actual usable collection. But they're far too large. They're like way too big.
Take up so much space.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so took the horror. Yeah. All right. So I'm investigating at 4 up.
-2.
-2. Lovely.
What an easy elder thing.
It's scenario 2. What do you want? Well, the thing is Elder Thing is the only symbol. So, like, we don't have any of these because that's the other campaign symbol, right?
Yeah. That's if the black cat is helping you.
Yeah. So you get +2 on a tablet. Dream Eaters is wacky in a lot of ways.
It is. But still, like, looking at those numbers, that's a pretty easy set of symbols.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Like, nothing over a -2. Okay. So investigators in the library spend a clue, put the unmarked tomb into play, which I will do. I have never really appreciated how like good this art is. Look at that lighting.
Yes. That is gorgeous.
That is one thing about playing online is you get to see like so much more than I normally do just sitting with the tiny card at like reading length. Okay, anyway. So I'm going to spend that clue and we'll put the unmarked tomb into play, which I believe is over here. Yes, and you're connected to there. Excellent. We will... Yeah. We'll discard Dowsing Rod to ready Dowsing Rod.
Sure.
We'll move here. And then we'll Dowsing Rod in and put another Doom on it to move into... This is exactly how I wanted this deck to work.
Yeah,
I'm elated right now. Okay. So we're 4 Shroud, though. Okay.
I mean, you're 5 to 4 right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I could get to 2 up, that would be good, but...
Are you running other skill? Or a lot? I know you tend to run...
I tend to run a lighter
skills.
On skills, but I got 6 for this one.
I mean, I would consider 6 average for skills. Wait, so you've got Grizzled, Resourceful, and what was the other one? Take Heart. Okay, so no will icons on your skills.
No. No. I'm running Moonstone and Granny Orange, so ideally once I get the kit out...
Ideally, yeah.
Well, that is the thing.
When I run a Ashcan Mystic, I tend to throw in, like, a Guts. Mm-hmm. But 30 cards is light.
Yeah, so. I mean, I can't use my Shotcaster.
Mm-hmm.
Is it worth it for Grizzled? No, I can plug away at this for a minute if I fail. It's fine.
You're doing fine.
One up.
You're doing good on time.
Yeah, see, I gave the Chaos Bag too much time to think about it. Okay, that said... I want to draw a card. My weaknesses are Haunted and Racked by Nightmares.
Neither of those are gonna kill you right now.
Neither of those are gonna be that bad. So I'm gonna do the thing. I'm gonna do the
I do it all the time.
I do the forbidden thing
all
and
the
draw
time.
a card.
I'm probably a bad player because of it. But I do it all the time.
Resourceful. Cool. What do I have in here that I could resource full out? Nothing.
Shield.
Improvised shield that
That'd be the waste.
Can be only played from your discard
I really want to
pile.
discard something to Ready Duke, so I'll resourceful improvise shield.
Yeah. All right, so we upkeep. Hey,
there he is.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that. Oh, I'll take that.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna... I forgot about him. Oh, I forgot about him. Hey, Randy. How's it going? Okay. Who is this Sean lookalike with actual good luck? Yeah, I know.
Maybe I have the opposite effect now that I'm a designer.
Well,
Maybe.
It's when you're in person. It's like your
it.
IRL aura is different than your virtual aura. All right, so pop goes the agenda. Oh, yeah, it did. Okay, good. It just took a second to catch up. Whee! Oh, right!
There it is.
Ah, classic. That's a classic bait and switch. The Unnamable Ultimate Abomination. Spawn in the attic or upstairs hallway. Aloof Hunter can't be defeated. Gets a bunch of -1s when you do the things.
Yep, which you've done one of them, right?
Yes,
Yeah, you did the
just the one. Just the one. So upstairs hallway is where I'm gonna. Well,
5/5.
he's aloof right now.
He is aloof.
I think I'm gonna make him chase me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's 4/4 right now. Okay. Next agenda. Oh, Kahuna's hip shot card review. Change the energy up. Brotherhood Cultist. Apparently things aren't salty enough for everyone online. We gotta fucking mention the Brotherhood
they're enjoying
Cultist.
themselves.
All I have to say is String of Curses is a comfort to
Yeah.
me that it exists in the Brotherhood Cultist world.
Yeah, I always forget what the Brotherhood Cultist does. I just know I hate it. So
Let's see how much I can do off memory here. So the Brotherhood Cultist is a 2/3/3, I want to say.
okay.
And when you initiate a fight or evade on the Brotherhood Cultist, you have to put a Doom on him. And he gets +1 fight for sure, and I think +1 evade for each Doom on him.
I do remember the stat boost based on Doom. I'm looking at the picture right now.
All right, let's see how I did.
2/3/2. Hunter.
Okay.
Gets +1 fight, +1 evade for each Doom on it. Forced, when you initiate an attack against it, you place 1 Doom on Brotherhood.
So just attacks.
And it deals a horror. That's why I hate it.
Yeah.
'Cause it's an enemy that gets stronger when you fight it, and it deals horror. Like, all right, get fucked, Guardians.
I love the theme there too, because he's not like actually attacking you; he's just like reading you
He's just
scripture.
paging through a book. It's just Sean Connery going through a book.
I'm the last of my kind, the Brotherhood Cultist. We went way Scottish on that one. Okay,
That's fine.
All right, so I haven't drawn an encounter card yet.
No.
Okay, that's where we're at. Threads of Reality. Oh, this is gonna be a bummer. This is gonna be a bummer.
You already ditched your other one.
It's gonna be a real bummer. All right, so Dowsing Rod is blank. Duke.
Yeah. Time to step up.
Help me, Duke. Okay. So text box treated as blank. I have to action discard another asset I control to get rid of Threads of Reality. Okay. Well,
too bad you don't have another survivor asset in hand. You could slight out something else.
Yeah. Well, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Play Randall and discard him.
Well, I am going to play Randall. So first action, 1, 2, 3.
And what? So he gives a stat boost, and what's his?
Oh wait,
ability?
hang on. Does this happen yet? Yeah, okay, this happens yet. Hang on. I have a thing to do. Okay, thing with no name. So rats gain swarming 1. Start of your turn. If Unnamable is ready and at your location, test willpower 2, and if you fail, it attacks you.
Okay.
So willpower 2.
So it is still a threat despite it being aloof.
Yeah. If you can't hit a willpower test.
Right.
Which
you should be fine.
I hope.
So Randall gives you an effect on drawing the Elder thing, right?
Correct. Yep. Draw 2 cards.
Wow. Strong.
I do love good campaign allies.
They need to be good if they're taking up that ally slot.
So I was 3 up on that willpower test.
Okay.
There we go. We're fine. All right. Now I play Randolph.
There you go.
Yeah, so he gives a double stat boost. He's got a nice body on him.
This is a good example. I'm not sure because I don't know because I've never talked about it. I've never talked to Max about it. But I have a feeling that Randolph specifically is stronger like this because Dream Eaters is a shorter campaign.
Sure.
But to me, this is a great example of what a story asset ally should do. Because again, they're taking that ally slot, so they're already demanding that you deviate from your strategy. So they need to pull their weight, in my opinion.
And like, if you're gonna bother to include a character, they're involved in the narrative somehow.
Yes.
You want
you should be
want the
encouraged
players to actually put them into play and like have them be part of the narrative from like that perspective. So yeah, I love Randy. And surely Randolph will stay till the end. Yes. No, there's nothing shady going on here at all. Okay, so then we will investigate with Duke. I don't have anything to chuck, but I feel like I need to get 2 up on this test. So I feel like.
So you're gonna pull back your improvised shield?
I mean, yeah, it's discard fodder.
Okay. We literally just joked about that.
I know,
And
but
now
now
it's
I'm
happening.
doing it. Well, you know.
Okay.
Sometimes
It's
you just
fine.
got to deal with the icons you have.
Sure.
All right, so I am 4, 5, 6 to 4. Nice. Oop. So that is the clue, which I will immediately spend to recover a strange key.
There you go.
Love that.
There is I'm going to shift gears to a tangential. There's an Arkham. I think it's called Arkham County audiobook on Audible, and Stanley Tucci plays Randolph Carter. It's all right.
I do like Stanley Tucci.
Yeah, he's great. He's awesome, and he does a great job in it. But he plays Randolph very measured.
Okay.
You know, so there's not a whole lot of variety to his voice acting, but he's still really good. And it kind of weaves together a lot of Lovecraft stories. It's fun though.
Do you know I'm pretty okay on like actual Lovecraft stories, but the Dream Quest is one I have not dived into at all. Do you know if like Virgil Gray is?
I don't know.
Okay, well,
I should know, but
you know.
yeah.
Did I really not do the thing in the den here when I was in the den?
You did not.
I had the clue. I literally just didn't read it.
Correct.
Send the Arkham police after me if you want to.
You're sitting with them.
Wee-oo.
I don't care. Go for it.
Yeah, so
it's a free triggered ability. There's no reason that you.
I had the clue. The clue's done me no good. It's fine. It's fine. I did it.
Well, spend the clue.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and I've always had at least one clue.
Yeah.
So.
If it were an action or a reaction to a specific effect, I'd say no, go back. But because it's free triggered ability, there's literally no reason not to go back.
Exactly. I forgot to grab the ye old shield here, which is going to actually become very useful in a second. Okay, so we did that, which means that I believe we've got now all 3 of these down. So he's Unnamable's now A2.
You did the cracked mirror? Where was the cracked
Cracked
mirror?
mirror is here. Yeah.
Okay, yep. Then he's 222 or 2 blank 2.
Yep. All right, and we are gonna. Oh wait, no, I'm not gonna discard it yet because there's no clues here. I'm just gonna GTFO.
There you go. But he'll follow.
He sure will. It follows. Okay. So Hunter, weep, and upkeep.
Hey,
all
there
right.
it is.
Well, I guess that could be worse. God knows I'm gonna draw an Elder thing right now, though. And it does, yeah, he has to exhaust. Okay. All right.
Kahuna. Nick is the Futurama Cops version of the Arkham Police. Of course he said he could work on that.
Stop resisting.
Oh, Futurama.
Okay, 1 of 6 doom.
Mm-hmm.
Glowing Eyes. Put it into play in your threat area. At the end of the round, take a horror for each card in your threat area to a maximum of 3 and discard Glowing Eyes.
Yikes.
Okay, well, I feel like I have to clear that weakness this round.
Probably smart.
At the beginning of my turn, I have to test willpower. Luckily, being exhausted doesn't hurt me there, so we're 3 up.
Whew, there it is.
That was not a great time for it.
Have you tried playing with that? So I know you guys did the House Rules episode a little while ago. By a little while ago, I mean earlier this year.
Yeah. It was like 9 months ago.
It was like 9 months ago, yeah. God, it's already November. Anyway, ignoring that existential crisis. Have you tried the house rule of when you reveal the Elder Sign, it stays out until you reveal the auto-fail and vice versa?
I haven't in an official capacity. I do really like that one.
It seems like a solid one, yeah.
And I think I would do that in a more casual group where
course.
like the chances that someone like draws 3 tentacles in a row might make them never play Arkham again, because that's a real thing. Yeah. What I do is I play with the normal rules until I reach a certain level of anger, and then I just like, no, I didn't draw the tentacle here, new token. And then I just cheat.
I mean, I wish I could say I didn't do that, but I'm very much, yeah. I give myself 1 free redraw every game, just like as a rule of thumb. And then if it happens like twice in a row, then I give myself 2 free redraws. So, all
right. Well, I get hit for 2 and 2, so we'll put 1 on Randolph, 1 on Duke. Is there anything in this scenario that deals direct damage to allies?
I don't think
TCU,
so.
I got Duke killed in
I'm not
scenario in
surprised,
TCU because I completely forgot about the treachery that deals 1 direct damage to everything you have with health.
Yep.
It's a stupid card.
It's rough.
And then 2 horror. We'll just put both of those on Randy. Okay. So first 2 actions, we'll clear Racked by Nightmares. Oh yeah, watch this. It knows.
It's truly a marvel.
I know, you used to have to like manually drag it to your discard pile like some kind of plebe.
I probably still would.
I almost did just now.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
All right, and then last action, we'll move here. Hopefully next turn, gain some ground. That's at the end of the round. Okay, so weep. And upkeep. Hey, Granny.
There you go. Randy's in soak mode now.
Yeah, all right, so end of the round, I'll take a horror. And that gets... Oh! If only. Right unfortunately, Threads of Reality sticks in play. And we go 2 of 6. Did you know that you can click the stat line increase to decrease your numbers for Moonstone? Yeah, we were just talking about this.
You have that. And we
completely didn't. Yeah,
we spent a whole tangent talking about that earlier today.
Moonstone and Randy. Oh yeah, I'm 6, not 5. Cool.
Nice.
Love that for me. Oh, Crypt Chill. Well, what a time
Good
to have
you're
it.
6.
Hazard. I'm beginning to think Terror wasn't the treachery trait to take in this campaign. I don't want to commit anything. I can just discard this if I need to. Yeah, this is fine. I'm 2 up. Cool.
There you go.
Okay. Unnamable's at my location again, so I'm 4 up on the willpower test now because I am a 6.
Yep. Ooh.
It's trying.
I mean, 4 is the max in the bag right now, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so first action, we'll move down to the... Ooh, no, we will... No, that's blank. Oh. We'll Duke down into the burial ground. So I'm only 1 up on this. Man, these two just sitting here as wild icons the entire game is really...
You've got Slight and the damage shot caster. Like...
Although, maybe it's time to cash this in. I think is
that wouldn't be bad.
The play. So yeah, no, it's fine. I'm gonna take it as is. I'm 1 up to investigate with Duke right now because of the Randolph bonus.
Sure.
Yeah.
Womp womp.
Not so much. Anything happen here? Any haunted? I've been playing so much TCU. I'm always immediately like when I fail investigate, I'm like, fuck, how fucked am I? All right, so nothing happens there. I will notice the missing bones though, because that's a free triggered ability. We'll spend that clue. And notice the missing bones. Okay, so I think that's the last one that actually gets him down to a 2/2. Yeah, he was 3s before.
Ah, yes.
Not that it mattered, but anyway.
I thought you did the missing bones already.
I think the bones are only here.
They are, but did you just put the resource on that card?
Yeah, because I moved off of it immediately in the early game.
Gotcha. Never mind then.
Yeah, okay.
I must have read it and then it just stuck in my head.
That happens. I will active desperation.
Yeah.
And get rid of my dowsing rod here.
+4 combat.
+4 combat. So we're 4 up. Lovely. He is deed. That is discarded. And
such a good card.
Ching.
One of my favorite level 0 survivor events.
True story. True story. And it's a tactic, so Mark can take it.
And it's a tactic.
All right. Well.
I mean, you want to let him die, right?
Who, Randolph?
Like, yeah, like you don't want to play Granny over him. You want to have him soak, right?
Correct. Yeah, no, I was just debating. We'll try investigating with Duke again.
Sure.
For my last action. Do I need to? It's a victory.
Yep, it sure is.
How much do I care? Because if I can get ahead of him now... Yeah, the willpower test isn't too bad. I'm okay on that. Yeah, no, we're just going to try again. So we're 1 up.
Okay.
Yeah, we did it.
And I was going to suggest you commit Grizzled. I'm glad I didn't.
I wouldn't have listened to you anyway.
Yeah.
This has a moment in the future. This has some moment's name on it, and it will become apparent sometime.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you were like, no, everyone wait, there's a moment coming up.
It's going to be on the stairs.
Yes, okay.
Like it will definitely, there will be a moment on the stairs where I'm like, it's Grizzled's time. Okay, so Hunter's move, we upkeep. Yeah. Cool. I've really been digging Jury Rig in general, but in this deck with the hand assets that stay in play and don't have charges, like just have that on there for those key moments is really good.
I haven't used it as much as I probably should. It's a pretty solid card, especially at 0 cost. I just wish it was fast.
Yeah, that hurts.
I'd be fine with it costing like 1 or 2 resources and being fast, honestly.
Like I have this in... So I've got a Flexi Silas deck. Flexi Dark Horse Silas deck that uses Compass and Axe.
Sure, that's
so
great.
Like sticking at 0 resources and being able to play this card and still like
that's strong.
Yeah, it's really good. I love that card.
I am speaking as a guardian and not as a survivor.
Yeah. Well, everyone's a survivor on the inside.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are now 3 of 6 Doom. Glimpse of the Underworld. Well, this is just going to be a damage and a horror. Bye. Is there any other like
you'd have to bring the card back up.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, I've played this one recently.
Right,
so.
obviously.
We talked about this in the Waking Nightmare stream, but I can't imagine what like other strategy there is other than just get rid of it
automatically. Yeah, yeah, that seems like a new player mistake. To be like, well, I'll just avoid taking damage in horror, and it's like that's just no, don't do that.
Oh, sweet summer child.
Just get rid of it immediately. Yeah, don't let it hang over you.
He catches up to you when you get on the stairs. Yeah, that's true. Like, even if I were to, like, break neck over here, he, like, automatically camps on you when you get into the stairway.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Unnamable test. I'm 4 up, right? Yes.
Minus
Minus 3 now. No, that's fine. Okay, we will duke into the unmarked tomb for action 1.
Another victory.
Yep, okay. Cool, so end of the round, I'll advance here.
Yep. You have to get that clue this round, otherwise you lose that victory.
True story. I'm gonna play this down. I'm gonna play this down this turn, so it's like...
Do it.
So I am 4, 5, 6 to 3.
Cool. Very nice.
Second action... Shotcaster.
I need to play Control. I need to get back to it.
True.
I never finished it.
Mm-hmm. I recently fired it back up, and I'm much better at it now because I'm playing it on a PS5, and the game doesn't like have a heart attack when you go to do throw.
That is every time you go to that central like big chamber room where all the levels connect. It's just
For a game that has so much like instantaneousness to it, that chugging really hurts. And then because I've been talking it up. Those mean different things, oddly enough.
Yeah.
Thanks, English.
You're doing both. I've been here. We've been chatting it up.
I'll put jury rig on the hyperphysical shotcaster. I love the idea of like duct taping nails to this like this like ephemeral weapon.
Oh my gosh, that's great. Yeah. You know what would make this better? Some duct tape and
Lockwood, so I played through it again, and I did one of the DLC, but I haven't done the Alan Wake related DLC to Control because I need to play through Alan Wake again. I haven't played through Alan Wake since 2009 or 10 when it came out.
I never touched it when it released. I bought the remaster last year and got to like the end of chapter 2 and just never got further in Alan Wake. But I'm a big Silent Hill fan, and everything I see is saying that Alan Wake 2 is the best Silent Hill game. You know, like not the best, but it's a modern Silent Hill game that we're never going to get from Konami. And so I'm like, all right, I'll play Alan Wake 2.
I'll be very interested when you get to it. Our friend Brian hates it.
Alan Wake 2?
Uh-huh.
I want to ask why, but I'm sure there's a laundry list.
Yeah,
and
he's verbose about it.
Yeah, I'll ask him, but the problem is I'll ask him and he'll tell me, and then I'll play it and I'll be like, oh, that is there. This is thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's very, once someone voices their opinion on something to me, it's hard for me to not pick it out. Yeah. So.
All right, enemy phase. We go here. We upkeep. Oh, what a good time for that. Lovely.
Yeah,
this is one of those cards that is actually not great in the investigator that's pictured in it.
Yeah, this is a situation where that investigator can take this card. They just don't want to.
They probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
It's a little slow for someone who's just going to draw 5 cards at the end of the turn anyway. Okay.
You're right. We should have just made that a seeker card so that she couldn't take it.
That is what I said. I'm glad you got the subtext there. All right. So end of the round. We're at Unmarked Tomb. We've recovered a strange key, and we advance the act. All right. Nice. We're going to do some serious cardboard shuffling here. Set the Unnamable aside.
This one's fun because it's like 2 scenarios in one.
True.
They're both mini scenarios. But...
It's Arkham Horror on the first half and Mario 64 on the second half. Remove each location from the game. We got some VP here, so why did you rotate? That's silly. One thing that I really, every time I go back to Dream Eaters, how generous it is with its experience points.
Well, yeah, you're playing half the time.
Exactly right.
It's great. I love it.
But like, I just love being able to like make the deck I want and not be struggling in the middle of the campaign to just like pay for the things I'd prefer to play.
And it's not hard to get the VP either. Like, you know what I mean?
You just gotta keep pace and
just stay
have
efficient.
The space. And, yeah. Okay, so then the rest of these are...
Search for Kadath, it's hard to get all the VP.
That's
just because that one's such a... Like, that was one... Search for Kadath used to be my favorite scenario in this campaign, but it is such a tight game. You have to be super efficient with it to come out on top.
Yeah, I'll be playing Jack against that one next
well,
time
you'll
we
be
stream.
fine.
I'm very interested to see how it goes.
Yeah.
All right. We're not defeated. Shuffle the set aside mysterious stairs and get 5 of them out. Remove the remaining ones from the game. Really? It just shuffles the same 5? Am I remembering that correctly?
What is this?
Shuffle the set aside mysterious stairs locations. Put 5 of them into play. Remove the remaining
Yeah,
ones
they
from
never
the game.
they never leave play. They just shift around. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's how that works. Endless stairs. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh, guess there's only 6. All right.
You know what? Why don't you play with the 6th one? Just see what happens.
Yeah, I'm doing so well right now. Bye. Okay. So we start at the topmost location with the Unnamable.
Wait a minute. You're going for the good ending in this, or like the best possible ending in the campaign?
I think so, yeah.
Well, you can't get it now.
Why? Oh, you have to die?
get defeated.
You have to get defeated.
You have to get
here?
the key and then get defeated.
Oh no, that's so weird.
It is really weird.
Well, remind me why that is.
I don't remember. It's what happened. I think it's something that happens to Randall in this, or Randolph.
Randolph. We're calling him Randy, but he's Randolph.
Yeah, Randy. Something that happens to Randy Quaid in this one. Because, oh man, I want Randy Quaid to play Randolph Carter.
I'm back.
Hello, boys. Hello, cats.
Oh my god. And Bob playing the president. He has his speech at the end. All right, anyway, before we get too far down the Independence Day rabbit hole. Okay. So we remove locked door and secrets in the attic and shuffle everything else up. I don't think I've drawn those. Yeah, secrets in the attic. Okay.
I wish there were a more elegant way to do this type of shift in scenario than have to dig through the encounter deck and discard pile for specific cards and take them out. But it's fine.
Yeah, it would be nice, but like how?
Yeah, exactly. Right? It's just the nature of the game.
Why can't... All right, secrets in the attic. I need to be looking at the words, not the cards.
You can type... in the search bar, you can type secrets, and it'll...
Shh. Secrets is spelled A-W, right?
Yeah, aw.
There we go. All right, fine. See, this is why I brought you on. Housekeeping.
That's why.
Housekeeping. All right. Nope, flip. There we go. Shuffler. All right, lovely. So, Act 2A. Bottommost mysterious stairs gains action resign. When you resign, advance.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have the secret key and not lose it.
I see that chat is questioning my planning, so I don't remember I do remember that...
It's been a minute.
Yes, so we'll just check the resolution text when we're done.
Okay. So that was at the end of the round, so now we go Mythos. So
Yes.
we are 4 of 6. Oh yeah, hey, I didn't place myself.
Or the Unnamable.
Or the Unnamable. And we start at... while there are clues at this location, can't move or resign. Oh, it's just Force Shroud is its ability. It just has Force Shroud.
Yeah.
Which might stop me up
That
for
might
a
slow you
minute.
down, yeah.
Might stop me up for a minute. Okay. Encounter card. Oh no.
Hey! You go to the one.
All right, let me read this carefully so I don't get it wrong. Move each investigator and enemy at the topmost location to the location below it. Flip the topmost location to its unrevealed side. Shuffle the positions of each unrevealed location. Okay. All right.
Yeah, so, hey, you get out of that Force Router. That's future Sean's problem.
That could be worse, I guess. So we move here.
Shrouder. Shrouder. It's Shrouder. Say it right. There's some Simpsons humor for you guys.
I was gonna go more like a Rokosaki type Shrouder jokes, but I couldn't get there. Okay. Did I shuffle this? I'm not sure. I'm gonna do it again.
That's why I hammer on the R button like 8 times.
Yeah. Okay, so while there's a ready enemy here, investigators can't move or resign.
Well,
right? So I have to get him evaded. That's,
And there's no clues there.
Yeah, that's okay. That's fine. That's fine.
He's a 2.
And yeah, he's a 2 now because I got all the things. Add this card to the victory display. Not that I'm gonna get through the encounter deck, but
Right.
guess we'll follow instructions.
Just in case.
Okay, cool. So first action, engage the Unnamable. Second action, try to evade the Unnamable. And he's a 2. I'm 2 up. I don't even know if I want to like
He's a monster if you want to
commit
grizzle.
anything here. Yeah, there is that.
Yeah, I don't know. 2 up
Just
is
trying
not
to
bad.
think,
All the
yeah.
bad tokens are 2 up, but you do have the -3 and -4 in there.
And, you know, the one we don't talk about, the Unnamable token. The best time to draw that card is right now. Ultimately,
Yep.
you guys were right. You were correct. That was the time to do it, because now I'm just in the same spot I was. We're going to let it ride at 2 up.
Okay.
There's a big Gug in the deck still that has 6.
Oh, yeah, it
he's,
didn't come out.
He's a 4/6, so, like, I'm kind of waiting on him.
There you go.
Cool. Unnamable is evaded, and then I will move out of this location.
I've never had the Gug at this. Are you going to Duke into this location? Oh, well, never.
Oh, that's a good call. Yeah. I mean, I would have.
Yeah, sure, okay.
I would have.
Doesn't matter.
So-
It's the end of the turn anyway. So.
Yeah. Oh, right. Oh, no. Oh, I don't like that. Okay.
That's a tough
So
one.
it gets a single. It's at least I only have to hit it once. Yep. What's my fight is my lowest skill. Well,
course.
Grizzle's time may have come.
Yeah, that's. Oh man, that's. I keep forgetting that you can put like location, traits on Grizzle.
Yeah, I suppose you can.
You could be like Otherworld or whatever.
That's
what
like
are these ones? What are
That's
these
like
locations?
4D chess levels of playing Arkham, but you definitely can do that.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
What are the traits on these locations? These all have the same traits.
Stairs, I think. No, they're graveyard.
Graveyard. Oh, so the skull gets stronger.
Oh, yes,
why.
exactly. Okay. Unnamable doesn't move, so we upkeep. Ooh, that's helpful.
That would have been a confident play to spend experience putting graveyard on Grizzle.
I know, right? I'm really worried about the Unnamable, man.
I can handle everything else.
5 of 6 Doom.
Hey.
August. Okay. So let's. I think the way to go is to do it with a shot caster, because if I can get past that location, then I want to duke into the next one.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Right.
And you don't have anything you really want to discard to ready Duke. So
Ideally not. Although this test of will, I'm trying to think. There's still a couple grasping hands in there.
yeah, there's
if I
the
get
damage
down,
and horror one.
if I get down to the end and another endless descent comes out, I'm gonna be glad I have
That
this.
too,
So I
yeah.
should probably not do anything to it. Okay. So I will shoot the hunting guest with the shot caster. I'm gonna use willpower. I'm 4 up.
Seems good.
Cool. Dead.
Very nice. What? Oh, because you
I
had
was-
it in the
yep.
yeah.
That was a
I
little-
mean, just put it in your other hand slot for now. like-
yes.
Or yeah, accessory.
There we go.
What is the moonstone in? It's not in one. Oh, that's arcane. Never mind. Not accessory. That's arcane.
Okay, so, God, you know what? I think
Yeah, nothing left to lose.
that's how we do. We're testing combat, and
Oh,
we're
right, for the skill.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I thought you were
No, the
playing nothing left to lose.
no, the location ability. We're 2 up. Oh, that hurt.
What? You have 2 actions left.
Now I want my nothing left to lose to fill back up.
I was gonna.
No!
I was gonna offer an alternative, but I was like, well, we'll play this out. 'Cause this is Sean's stream. Let's see it. I was gonna say.
No, you're here to save me from myself.
So what I was gonna suggest was your second action. You play nothing left to lose, and draw, and hope you draw into combat icons. But I don't know what your deck makeup looks like if that would have been.
You know, honestly, combat is probably my weaker stat in general, which is great. But,
sure.
That's not my deck list.
I mean, you've got resourceful. You've got. That's it for.
It's
skills.
actually not too bad.
Oh yeah, 10 skill icons.
No.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't have been worth it anyway. I think this was the most. This was the most efficient way to avoid getting the Unnamable on you again.
It's just a bad time to draw the -4.
Yep.
All right, well, we're just gonna try it at even because what else am I gonna do? I guess I could draw cards. If I get haunted right now,
that would.
If I get haunted right now, what a bummer.
Yep.
Even.
Feel another.
Uh-oh.
It attacks you regardless of its current location. I mean, Randolph is in soak zone. There you go.
True.
So it's hitting 2/2.
Yeah. Yikes. Oh, this was going so well. This was going so well that -4 was a pivot point.
Yeah. Everyone's scared of the tentacle, but there's other stuff in there.
Okay.
I mean,
but Randolph's doing work for me right now. I don't know if I kill him.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. You're end of your turn, so it takes an action next round to play Ornn. I don't know. Your call.
I don't like it.
If you take 2/2 on the face, doesn't Randy have to survive the descent? I think they
probably.
might be right. I think they might be right. If you take 2/2 to the face,
then
one glimpse the underworld or whatever it's called, and suddenly you're doing that rookie mistake of.
Well, I mean,
I'm just not gonna take damage.
Based on how the last turn went, we're redlining it anyway.
Yeah.
So I think we just gotta go. So I put 1 horror on Duke, take 1 on me, and I'm face tanking both damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you have to. Yeah. And then you got to make that agility test now. At the start of the. Is that the agenda at the start of the Mythos or end of the Mythos phase? If the Unnamable's at your location.
Willpower.
Will test. Oh,
luckily,
never mind.
luckily, that's my 6.
Yeah.
Which Okay. All right. Okay.
Hey.
Well, that might help at least.
It'll get you back something else.
All right. Pop goes the agenda. Shuffle the discard pile into the encounter deck. That's fine. All right. Loses aloof and gains massive. All right. Well, now suddenly this gets slightly more complicated.
Yep.
No, it's massive, so it still stays there.
I mean, you're the only investigator. I wouldn't fault you for moving it to your threat area.
I'm trying to remember. There's like one location that really wants you to have damage on it, so I'm wondering if I actually like sit and fight this for a turn. No, either way, I've got to see if it kills me now.
6/2.
Yep, 4 up.
Wait, you have to draw an encounter card.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Put that back.
Okay, Deceptive Memories. After another encounter card enters your threat area, choose and discard a card from your hand. Well, that's just happening.
Well, you're sitting on Test of Will, so like the next card that comes, if it's a really problematic, you can just cancel it.
True. Okay. Now I'm 4 up on the willpower test.
Okay,
if I drew the tentacle
I know,
there.
I was like...
If I drew the tentacle there, we would have had some words.
We would have been like, oh, just count you drew the Elder thing, just count that. Well, although the Elder thing has a lot of text on it, what else does it say?
If you fail.
Okay, all right. I thought it was like, if the Unnamable was at your location.
All right, well, we will... Ooh, here's what we're going to do. We're going to evade the Unnamable. We'll commit Resourceful. We're going to be 5, so we're 3 up on this test.
Nice.
Okay, cool. Unnamable is evaded.
Seems good.
We're going to use that...
You just saved your camera.
Oh, God damn it. What have I done? Wouldn't be a stream if I didn't do that at least once. Okay. We're going to use that Resourceful to grab back my Act of Desperation.
Oh,
which has, count them, 2 combat icons.
Nice.
We're going to use those 2 combat icons to go 2 up on that test again. That's as well as we can do.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay. Awesome.
Love it. Gone.
You don't even get the resource. It's just
I know. All right, and then we'll Duke into the next location as my last action. After you enter this location, lose an action.
Yay!
Oh, yeah! I deserved that little swing of luck.
Yep.
Yeah, Big Kahuna, I wanted to count the Elder thing because that would have let me draw.
Like I said, that was our safety net if the autofill came up. That's totally what would have happened. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yep. All right. So upkeep.
Nice.
Fine. He readies. We are 1 of 7. And a ghoul. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Yes, you need to finish this encounter with the key and fake Randy number A alive. Spoiler.
Number A. What? That's how you know he's fake.
Yeah.
Number A.
That's right. After another card enters my threat area, I have to choose and discard one. Neat.
Did you do the investigate test for Duke? They're asking when you duked into the location. I don't think you did.
Oh, no, I didn't.
So just draw 2.
Yep.
It's fine. Oh, wow.
Cool, fail. Well, it might have mattered if I had drawn the cultist and failed.
Correct.
So,
Thanks, Tika.
Thank you for that catch. Only a small-sized asterisk. Speaking of the Roman Empire, my God.
First time today.
Yep,
that it's
true.
come.
True.
Not this week. Wait, it's Sunday. Yes, this week.
I did. There's a Punch Pizza is a pizza place around here. I had that for lunch yesterday, and I ordered a Maximus, is what the pizza's called. So at least once yesterday.
I don't know if I'm in a weird subset, but I heard this on a podcast where they're like, everyone's asking how often do you think about the Roman Empire, and that's a weird. You realize, wow, I do think about that a lot. But for me, it's like the Roman Empire, yeah, but what's more than that is like the Second World War. I think of World War II a lot more than I think of the Roman Empire.
I mean, it's like cultural trauma, basically.
Yeah. Well,
like
that's what it is.
It left a big impression.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, fuck the Roman Empire. How often do you think of the Han Dynasty?
I mean, no. I don't. I'm going to be honest.
I'm frustrated that I can't stop
that's
thinking
what it
about World
is,
War
yeah.
II.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's some shades of World War II things happening nowadays, and it's not the best that it could be. Okay, so I think I just kill this with my shotcaster and use Duke to Duke. So
totally,
yeah,
that's the play.
Yeah. So we'll be 4 up with willpower. Yep. Cool.
There you go.
Deed. We will Duke for action 2. Yep, there's my 4. Where'd the clue go?
Oh.
Okay, so we're currently only 1 up on this, and I have no way to help me, so here we go. Oh! Let's go! Let's go! And then I'm going to discard Granny Orn to ready Duke and Duke into the last location. Let's go! Think we can finish it this turn?
You know what this one is.
Do I? This was the one we started on.
Oh, then never mind. You don't know what this one is. Now you know what this one is.
I quit.
I didn't even see what I got. You gotta. People gotta read it, Sean.
I quit.
It's the damage one.
I quit. Fuck. I forgot about
What's the one that got removed? Look at the one that, because I don't remember what all these locations do. So.
As an additional cost to resign. Yeah, no, see, this would have been way better. God damn it. Of course this one would get put at the bottom. Okay, can I survive the hit? And then what? And then I have to do 2 damage to the Unnamable. It's possible. It's possible. It's... Oh,
yeah,
God.
You got jury rig on there, so you can...
No, I can't survive the horror. No, I can survive the horror. So the allies soak the whole hit.
You might be out your special ending.
Oh, yeah, Randy's supposed to survive.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah.
But I mean, that's fine. Like I said, I still think you're out the special ending because you didn't die in the earlier part of the.
I think I might be out the special ending because I failed in.
Oh
Waking
yeah,
Nightmare,
that might. You
so.
know what? You're probably right. It's probably totally.
It was a faulty goal to begin with. Yeah, 1 damage is enough, guys. But I have no actions left.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I might depending on what the encounter deck does to me, I might survive through to the next round, and then I will definitely be able to get 1 damage on it. But.
Being down Randolph in the encounter phase or the Mythos phase is gonna suck. After the will goes down by 1 point.
True. All right. Well.
What's the test? What's the difficulty on a test
God,
of will? Is
I
it
got
3?
so far ahead of him. That is some blue shell shit, man. That is some blue shell shit.
Yep.
All right, well.
And do you know what the blue shell's purpose is, everybody? It's to make a consistent experience for every player.
I hate you for saying those words. Those are terrible words you just said right now. Oh, God. Okay. Well, I'll stop bitching about it. Here we go.
I mean, I'd be bitching about it.
2 and 2, so, yep. There's no way around it because I can't take any other damage.
Yeah, you just put it all on them. And
Oh, look at that!
hey, it auto trashes that. I was going to say, like, why is the trash can so small? Like, why can't it be a little bigger? But if it moves that stuff automatically, then awesome.
All right, so that's that. We go upkeep. Cool.
Int and agility on that one? Is that what those are?
The intent is to give players a sense of pride and accomplishment for dodging a blue shell. Can you? Is that possible? I haven't played Mario Kart since, like, the DS days.
Yeah.
So I guess I don't know.
Last time I played it was before Blue Shell was a thing.
In Double Dash. Oh,
Double
all right.
Dash.
Finally. Are you going to bring out GameCube right now? I mean, Double Dash was fun. I did really like Double Dash, but...
Sure.
You got to simply be far enough ahead of the competition that they can't catch up to you when you get hit. Yeah, I mean, that is the real hack, is just be so far ahead that it doesn't matter. Okay, so we're 2 of 7, and encounter card... well,
you got a test of will.
That's fine.
And you're rocking 5 willpower.
Well, no, but, like, I'm going to hopefully be out this turn, so I just don't think I address it. But another card entered my threat area anyway, so that's got to happen.
Okay.
Well, you think I don't know. You think I cancel this?
No, you're probably fine. You're right.
Because if I
didn't think, because like...
If I don't win this round, I'm toast anyway.
Yes, you're right. You're right. It's just if you do, you want to take another test or not.
You're right. Okay. Well, the Unnamable is here and has fewer than 1 damage on it. Okay, that's fine.
Oh.
That's fine. Oh, my stats aren't right. Yes, thank you. I haven't readjusted for Randolph going away. Okay, so we will shoot at the Unnamable with the Shotcaster. We'll be like 8 up.
Yeah.
Oh, sure, we draw it the turn after Randy dies. Come on. Come on, game. You mock
that's fine.
me.
You weren't even... Were you tracking it when... Because you did draw it a couple times anyway.
Yeah.
So, you should have probably...
Well, one of those we asterisk and alternate... We alternate universe one of them. Okay, so we got 2 damage on it. I mean, I think I can just resign now, right? Now that it's got damage.
Yeah, because it has more than... It is equal to or more than that damage.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just resign.
Yeah, okay.
Game over.
And there we go.
Nice.
And we out. That was kind of a...
That was wild, yeah.
I was either doing really well or just getting my face smashed. All right, so we advance. R1. Oh, no. There we go. R1. Okay, story. In your campaign log record, Randolph survived the descent, so he does not have to be in play.
Well, okay. He didn't survive. He literally did the opposite of surviving. That's okay. That's fine.
He just got pushed ahead.
Yeah, so that's what it is, yeah.
He got pushed down the stairs ahead and, like, tumbled out the... All right, the investigators possess the silver key, so I will take that. Oh, man, I'm going to have to come back through and do this with my actual campaign log now. Okay, so victory X. Nothing here gives you any victory, right? So it's all just what I got before.
Mm-hmm.
Which is 7? I'm counting 7.
There's none on the stairs, you said?
None on the stairs.
Yeah, then, I mean, yeah. 7 sounds right.
7's pretty good.
You missed the Gugs. That would have been 1.
I
think. Add a skull.
Add a skull to the chaos bag. 8-part interconnected. Now we have to go to search for Kadath.
Okay, so now if you were defeated, now this time we're going to check on this. You go to R2, which then sends you to R3 if you recovered the strange key. So go to R3.
Yeah. You see what it was doing, yeah.
R3, record that Randolph survived the descent. You get the victory. You get the skull. So what is the difference? So for the ending, for our Iron Man planning, we wanted the recovered a strange key. No, what?
If you get defeated, he still survives the descent. That's so weird.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what led the planning to go. the route of you recover the key and then you die.
Well, I guess everyone's just going to have to go listen to episode 119, I'm going to guess, of Mythos Busters, where we did our Iron Man planning. That's probably not the real number.
Probably not the... yeah, almost definitely not the real
number. Sean, what is the best ending you're going for? Finally, and that's bold of you to assume I had a plan. You have to get the key, then it doesn't matter as much if you die. Okay.
That's probably what it was. Oh, I think it was just a time saver. And
okay.
it's like, there's no downside. There's just trauma, which we can deal with.
Sure.
That might have been it. I don't know.
I mean, Iron Man, it takes a lot of things into account. And one of those is, like, all right, how can we not play for 17 hours straight?
Yes. Oh, my God.
We did that once, and we all almost died.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was a good game.
That was awesome.
That went surprisingly well.
Yeah.
It could have gone better, but not having Randolph in play not meaning anything is pretty okay.
It's helpful. Mm-hmm. It's a nice boon.
Looking forward to I Am Edge of the Earth. Oh, Iron Man Edge of the Earth.
Oh yeah, that'll be interesting.
Yeah,
especially because like
you can skip Fatal Mirage entirely if you want. And I'm probably going to suggest that we do, because the Resolute stuff is
just
nice,
a time sink.
but it is such a big scenario if you like really want to get in at it.
The part that'll be difficult in in Edge of the Earth Iron Man is the scenario that you get the random, you get one of three depending on your votes. And
right, yeah.
Two of the deaths,
because you can't
or
plan
three.
That.
Two of the deaths are random at least. There might be a third.
I think there's 3 random deaths
that are random up to that point. So yeah, so you won't know which one you'll be getting until. Although, does each investigator cast a vote as well? Because if so, then you probably have enough to swing it. I can't remember.
I think it's purely the partners.
It might just be the partners.
I think it's just based on what partners you have left.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that'll be the hardest part. Luckily, they're all very largely the same scenario. It's just the distribution of the locations that's different, but still.
Yeah. The I don't know. It's gonna be a fun one. And like even Ice and Death, like if you're going real fast, you don't have to go after people in 2.
Yeah, but I've never played Ice and Death 4-player.
Sure.
Filling that board up with the weather stuff might be a problem.
It's not great. Yeah, I mean that's the thing, is we're gonna have to go look at what the consequences of skipping stuff is and do it right, like we didn't for Innsmouth. Still a little salty about that.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Hey, at least you finished the campaign.
We did. Mm-hmm. We did. Finishing is winning.
That's right.
But it still feels bad.
I know.
It still feels bad.
Yeah, I had a less than ideal Iron Man experience as well for Innsmouth, which is a shame.
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys had like an injury.
Yeah, Duke had to quit early, unfortunately, so we were down to 2 of us.
Well, the injury happened beforehand.
Yes, it was exacerbated by sitting in a chair for 10 hours. So
yeah, I was completely fine, and I was like doing the old man walk on the way out. But yeah, no, that one's gonna be fun. I'm currently playing through Edge of the Earth with Kip.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. I knew that. That's fun.
I even got him to go listen to the audiobook of Mountains of Madness.
Because he was on the road for 16 hours, so yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's finished it. But he made it through the boring part at the beginning that like lulls you into like the beginning of Mountains of Madness is so aggressively banal. When like Lovecraft is just like flexing how many of his paleontological terms that he knows and but yeah, once you make it past that, then it's quite good. So
yeah. That's nice. Yeah, Edge is one of my favorite campaigns. I really, really do enjoy it.
Yeah, no.
Even though it is heavy on the reading, even taking that aside, like the scenarios are so well constructed and fun to play.
Yeah, a half Iron Man with a side of murder was fun. Like I know I'm not asking this of you. I'm speculating, and you happen to be in the room, but like. A future where we have some shorter campaigns where an Iron Man could actually like opt into a side quest, like when we did Zealot. That's kind of fun because the I don't know. I really like side quests.
Agreed. Obviously I can't say anything, and there's a lot. Even if I could say stuff, there's a lot that I just don't know at this point. But I will say that I am very much a fan of variable length campaigns.
Yeah.
I love the idea to be able to tailor it to exactly how long of the experience you want it to be. And a lot of the recent campaigns have been long. Like, Edge isn't, but Scarlet Keys was really long. Could be really long.
Yeah, I mean, you could go straight to Tunguska
Yeah.
after like 12 timer whenever that unlocks.
Mm-hmm. And I don't want to say anything about Hemlock, obviously, but like there's
you could,
campaigns have been trending in a certain direction, and I wouldn't mind seeing them just be more variable. So.
Yeah, no, and it's tough because the previous release model was just so rigid in how the product came out, right? Like you had the box.
Oh yeah, that determines so much.
And you had 6 packs, and like that leaves you no ability to really do a whole lot.
I've seen discussion online, and I even heard on your podcast some discussion about pros and cons of the new format. And while I recognize that cons exist in the 2-box format, I am firmly 100% in the camp, and I do not think I can be argued otherwise, that the pros heavily outweigh the cons of the 2-box format.
To my memory, you were the first person to be loud about the fact that the release format was not the ideal form for the game.
It was not. Yeah, it didn't do Arkham any services, and now we have so much more freedom to play with it and get weird and get fun.
And like it has made the campaigns feel so distinct. I mean, I know we only have 2 at this point. I'm gonna assume that Hemlock's gonna feel pretty distinct. But
that's my hope. Our hope.
But I mean, to that point with the old release model, like about as distinct as we could get was Dream Eaters, where we did get the shorter campaign and there was a little bit of flexibility in how you play it, but it was still just kind of binary instead of a single choice. So
do you play much of Dream Eaters just playing one of the 2 sides? I've never done that.
I have before.
Have you? Is it still fun? Like, is it still enjoyable? Or
I think so.
Does it feel like you're missing out on stuff?
No, I think so because the sides feel so different, right? Yeah, like you got swarming throughout, but they just have such different energies. So I definitely have played through, and I want to say that the dream side of things, aside from the last scenario, is easier.
You're saying Point No Return, or not Point No Return?
No, the other one,
Where the Gods Dwell.
Yeah, Where the Gods Dwell is pretty rough in lower player counts because that one just requires you have like so many levers that you hit. But to what I was saying, like sometimes I just want to play a short campaign. Yeah. And I like Night of the Zealot, but I've played that shit so many times at this point.
Also, yes.
So, hey, Morton. Yeah, hey, we're streaming at European-friendly times, hopefully. But yeah, no. So, yeah, I have fired that one up in that context of just like, I've got this deck I want to try. Don't necessarily want to do standalone, but I also don't want to do like all of Innsmouth.
Right.
So, but not as often because... If you do 8-part interconnected, then you get to test 2 decks.
That is right, yeah. And if you're 2-handing it, that's 4 decks. That's. I will say that
there's a strong argument for that for someone who has more deck ideas than time to test them.
Exactly. One thing that I like to do on occasion, I haven't done it recently because I haven't played much Arkham. I haven't played much Arkham recently. Is I like to do like a 3 or 4 campaign of just standalones. And I just say, I'm going to play this standalone at 0 experience. And I'm going to do the next one, I'm just going to follow through with the next one.
I have done that too. And like accumulating all the side, the
story assets.
The story assets, thank you. The rewards are is really fun because you can then plan the deck to be like, all right, I'm going to be Zoe and get... What's the ally from Guardians of the Abyss? John and Jesse,
yeah.
Team Rocket, as I prefer. that was one of my favorite runs of doing that. Was I took a Zoe deck through there and like between Team Rocket and the
Khopesh.
Yeah, the Khopesh. It was like shoulder check Zoe.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But yeah, anyway. Cool. Well, I know you have a family to get home to.
Yes.
This was quite fun. Thank you for coming in person.
Thank you for having. I mean, I was here in person, so thank you for inviting me. It's always fun.
Of course. And
always fun to be here.
Thank you to our friend Evan, who's been waiting patiently off screen. Say hi, Evan.
Hi.
Nice. Yeah. So we will catch you guys next time, and drive safe. Have a nice Sunday.
Bye.